Hi, kindergartners. Today we're going to read a book and do some interactive pages around the idea of helping me grow. What do animals need to grow and survive? So let's get started. Animal parents and their young, part 1. Many animals care for their young near this mountain lake. What 4 animals can you find? I'm going to find one with you, and then I'm going to let you find the other 3. So right now I see this little animal, and I know that that is a squirrel. Let me see. And it is. All right. So take a moment and find the 3 other animals in our habitat. Okay, let's see how many we all found. I bet all of you found that fox sitting right in front of us, right? Then I see this animal, hopefully you did too, a little beaver. And lastly, we have an eagle. And those are the 4 animals that we're going to take a look at throughout the whole book and find out how those animals survive and what they need in order to survive. All right, so here we go. The mother fox is caring for her baby kit. Let's look at that. A kit is the name of some baby animals. A baby beaver is also called a kit. Can you find it? Can you find the fox? Why do you think the fox is hidden? I found the baby fox.
Yes, you found the baby fox.
Why do you think that fox is hidden? I bet you know it's to protect the baby, right? From all sorts of different other animals that might hurt that baby. All right, so let's continue on. So we need to find a good shelter. The beaver mother has hidden her baby kit. Can you find the baby? I'm going to give you a minute. I bet you found that baby.
Pop up. Yes, you found the baby beaver.
All right, page 4. Where can you find the young eaglets and squirrel pups? So an eaglet is a baby eagle, and a squirrel pup that's what they call baby squirrels. How are the eagle and squirrel parents caring for their babies? What do you see? What do you think is happening here? There's our eaglet. I see the mother feeding the babies, right? Let's see. We can check right here. The eagle and squirrel parents are keeping their babies safe in a shelter. A place or structure that keeps something safe is called a shelter. So you can see this nice cozy shelter and this cozy shelter where the mamas can feed the babies. All right, now that you have found the young animals, see if you can match them to their parents. We're going to skip this part because we're going to ask you to do this later at the end. Let's take a look at part 2, making shelter. This is another matching game that we're going to get you to do after we finish part 2. So you can see that you're going to match each animal to its shelter. Let's first take a look. Could a beaver make a nest in a tree? Could an eagle live in a beaver's lodge? Why do animals make different kinds of shelters? Think about that question. Why do animals make different kinds of shelters? Animals make shelters that give their young the best chance of survival. Survival means to overcome a difficult situation in order to live. A squirrel spends most of its time up in the trees. Parent squirrels build a nest called a dray. We can click on that. A dray is the leafy nest of a squirrel. Help this squirrel build its dray. So you can take these little leaves and put them all the way up in its nest. Keep adding to it. Now the squirrel is really happy because it's found a finished tray. So take a moment and do that with yours. Our next question is, how will the squirrel's dray protect its babies? How do you think that would protect its babies? The dray keeps the babies sheltered from the cold and safe in the swaying branches. So this is going to be a nice warm place for the baby squirrel. All right, so let's take a look at an eagle. The eagle makes a large nest of sticks. Find a good place for this eagle's nest. Where should we put it? I see a bunch of different places. I'm going to choose to put my nest way up high. So good job, you found the highest tree to place the eagle's nest. You find a place that you want to put the eagle's nest on your book. All right, so why does an eagle build a nest high in a tree? Why do you think that? You're right, the eagle can see danger and look for food from high above in those trees. All right, let's take a look at our fox. The fox is ready to give birth. Help her find a good place to dig a den. A den is a place some animals dig in the ground to shelter their young. Why do you think this is a good shelter for a fox? Let's check our thinking. That's right, the den protects and hides the kits, the baby fox. The beaver has been busy building its lodge. Place the pictures in order to help the beaver finish the lodge. Let's see. What do you think would be the first one? Take a look at those pictures. I'm going to get us started. I'm going to say that first the beaver has to find the tree and start gnawing it down, right? So what would be the second picture? I bet you're right. There, he's gnawed it all the way down so that it fell. What happens next? You're right. It starts swimming over as it takes sticks for its shelter. And lastly, we can put that in there. Good job. You placed them all in the right order. So why is the lodge a good shelter for a beaver kit? Well, let's remember, what does a shelter do? The lodge keeps the kit safe from predators. A predator is an animal that eats other animals for food, a predator. The parents are ready. Drag the shelter names to complete the sentences for each animal. The squirrel gives birth to its pup in its, what's a squirrel's place shelter called? That's right, a dray. The eagle lays eggs in its, which one do you think? I think it's a nest. The fox gives birth to a kit in its den, right? And lastly, the beaver gives birth to a kit in its lodge. Good job. You matched all the words correctly. All right, our next part is feeding. We'll do that the next time we meet up. So at this point, we want you to go over and finish up a little Google form that has 3 questions for you. Let's pull that up. It looks like this. It's called Help Me Grow, Part 1. The first question we're going to ask is, who's the parent of this baby animal? Can you think of what kind of animal that is and find its parent? Which shelter was built by the beaver? We just did something like this. Which of these shelters is the beaver? And lastly, we want to know, what do you like most about your shelter? So hopefully you can have someone help you type in a few words that explains what you like most about your shelter. All right, boys and girls, it was great to spend some time with you. Until the next time.